In the early 2000s, the FIFA Football series was known as one of the best on the market, with many licensed players, kits and clubs featured within the game. Today we're throwing it back to the start of the 2002-2003 season, and we'll be taking a look at FIFA Football 2003. This game, released by EA Sports, had many different platforms that it was released on. All of them therefore had varying levels of graphics, but what you're seeing on screen is the PlayStation 2 version, with the PAL region featuring Roberto Carlos, Ryan Giggs and Edgar Davids on the game's cover. FIFA 2003 initially, upon its release, was outsold by Pro Evolution Soccer 2, but by the time December 2002 rolled around, FIFA overtook Pro Evo, selling 2.5 million copies, and it also received average to favourable reviews. A number of features were added to this edition of FIFA, with EA Sports Freestyle Control being heavily marketed. This was where you could flick the right analog stick to flick the ball on, lay it off for a teammate or execute tricks. The free kick and other set piece systems were also developed further. For example, with a free kick, you could tell how far away you were from goal, a more accurate aiming aid, as well as the ability to add spin to the ball. In terms of the game's modes, the first one on the menu is the Club Championship. There's 18 teams from across Europe in this competition. You can play either a friendly against those teams or start a club championship. This effectively is like a European Super League. Of course, you can also play a normal friendly match if you want to, and the third tile in the menu is the domestic season. Back then, FIFA didn't have a career mode, and it was just known as season mode. Incidentally, with season mode, for example, if you're playing as a Premier League side, after one season, even though at the time what is now known as the Championship was not included in FIFA, that came in FIFA 2004 onwards, there will be promotion and relegation from the top flight, and in your second season you'll start seeing some hidden teams, and in the case of the English teams, these are the likes of Derby County, Wolves, Leicester, Ipswich and Millwall, who are known as London in the game. Once your season mode match against one of these teams is set up, you can switch your controller to play as those teams, but you won't be able to play with them in any other mode. They don't have a badge and their kits are also generic, but they are the correct colours. However, they do use real players from the time. Is this one of the better FIFAs? Here's what I think. Well, it is good to go back and play some of these older games every now and again. This was for me the beginning of EA turning FIFA from that arcade sort of title into a more realistic simulator. It has aged, of course it has. I would say some of the more known players from the time you can still pick out with relative ease. It's also good to go back into these games every now and again to look at some of the retro kits, or even see how some of the stadiums looked before they may have been redeveloped, or in the case of Arsenal's old stadium Highbury, before it was completely knocked down. Overall, I do think this is one of the better FIFAs on the PlayStation 2, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's the best. What are your memories of FIFA Football 2003? Was it one that you played? It may have even been your first FIFA. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and let's open up the discussion. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you also like reminiscing about some of the older video games, stay tuned to the channel because there'll be more of them in the future.